Hello everyone, I'm Greg Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 375, of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are trying to get medium biter farming going so we can get better modules and after that big biter farming. And I believe we collected everything we would need to make the first eggs for this, but I might be wrong, we'll see. We want to make a medium biter egg. We do need to produce some other stuff before that. Actually, I'll do that down here, I think. So this is not all stuff we have. We need the petri dish thingies. And we need that from growth mediums. Well, I guess we're gonna do that. So this should just work, right? Yep, good. Then petri, or inoculated petri dish. And that should just work. And then this, which should just work now. And how many are we producing of these? One every 2 seconds. And we need one every 60 seconds, so that one machine is more than enough. As long as we get the inputs required for it. I'm sure it will be fine. Then we need the acidic puffer eggs. I didn't actually grab those. Let's just go do that. I think we should have some, but we might have actually gotten rid of them, since we don't have our warehouse anymore. So we're hatching them currently. Didn't we butcher stuff? Or is that only... Oh, we don't butcher the eggs, obviously. Okay. But it is the eggs that we need, so we will take them from here. Seems like we have some stored somewhere. How many do we need to get the first eggs? It's just one for each. And we have, what, half a percent chance to get a queen out of each of these? %1 chance. No, that's for big. Sorry. Not that one. Medium. This, no, not that one. This one. 2.5% chance, okay. So if we make 100, we should get 2.5-ish. So we need 100 eggs. Or like 100 eggs at least. I think we made more hatching of these, or maybe we didn't. So have we just got a lot of these stored in chests somewhere? Yeah, we have 4.6k. We are gonna need more of that. Just to not back up any of the farming. We should have these in the system, right? Do we also have construction bots? Yes, and they are coming. Good. We have more than 100 now, let's go with that. Yeah, sure, we'll come back for more if we need more. Do we need any of the stuff out of here? No. Well, maybe the green crystal seeds. Do we have any other junk from there? Or was it just those? No, we have that as well. Okay. So this will need some time, obviously. Maybe we'll just double it up. And then we will work on big biters meanwhile. Or we could set this up. I guess that would be okay. I did bring a bunch of these. I think we're gonna reserve 2 tiles for pipes and this stuff. Though that seems like a waste of space. Why isn't this just in here? Do we have a different setup somewhere where we need that space? No. So we just aren't very space efficient. So, medium biter from a medium biter egg is the first thing we need. And we just need this again. How are we doing on robots? Okay so far, but we are running low very soon. Let's just go to 400. Maybe we have more in here. Nope. Oh, it's because of power. We don't have the space for power like this. Should we do something about that? I guess we should. These might as well stay there, I guess. Or we should just keep it identical for, well, aesthetic reasons. Except we'll be using better inserters. Something like that. We don't need too much input or output, so this should be fine. We have eggs available now, that's good. Wait, how many do these produce? Just one? I guess I just took longer doing this than I thought. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we need a bunch of this. How much nutrient pulp do we need for this? 1 every 3 seconds with a crafting speed of 2, so 2 every 3 seconds. So with 3 we need 2 per second, so with 300 we would need 200 per second, so we can do however many we want of these, it doesn't matter. But let's start relatively small. Or maybe we won't start relatively small, let's just go big. With a crafting speed of 2. I'm not sure why we didn't go to 30 with earlier what we did with these, but well, I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. So when we get biters out of this, we need to do spider breeding. No. Well, yes, we do. But this is what we will have to wait for until we have queens. And we won't have... Well, we need to scale this up slowly, otherwise we'll just have one queen in all of the setups, or all of the machines, and that won't run. So we're just leaving this as it is. And then we need the stuff for the actual crystals that we need. Why don't we just do this? Change this up to... Spider breed. No, that's what we just did, but this one. Use medium biters to get raw crystal shards. Yes, please. And we need robot coverage. Now I'm gonna make a small change here. That will stand for input, this will be for output. So then we can actually fit in logistic stuff between these setups. And charging and whatever else we want. And I'm just gonna do that here as well. And I guess here. Whoops. I'm just gonna remove all of these inserters first. And I don't want to do that manually. This one. Good. You are connected here. And we should just scale this up. How many are we normally doing of these? Are these the long ones? Yes, they are. Queens and, or well, breeding and hatching are the same length, and then just 50% longer for this. Okay. So we basically want 30 of these. At least I expect them to be the same ratios. And I don't think I'm even going to check. I don't want all of these to... Get back in, please. Thank you. Let's just go a little bit overboard with these logistic zone expanders, just so we have some nice symmetry here. You know I can't help it. No, I want to think a little bit more about that, because I want it to work for the 20 machines as well. So what if instead of this, fit it out as far as possible? Well, that's not a lot better. So that would be okay for these. It's not perfect, but oh, do I care? Not really. I spend too much time on stuff like this. Okay. 3 machines on that side, 3 machines on that side, so it's actually symmetrical now. It won't be for these, but whatever. We have queens. Awesome. Seems like we've been lucky, or maybe we have made more eggs than I thought. I've only made them around 63 or something. We actually productivity these. Nope. How about these? Oh, no, and no. Okay. But we are now getting crystal shards. Do we have a limit on breeding to not fill this system? I mean, this should not output eggs if we have too many. And this... no. This should not hatch the eggs if we have too many small biters. But we don't. We are just filling everything up with these, and that's fine, because that's the product we need. So I guess that's not really a problem. It seems we have it scaled to fit that well. Good. Okay, we can scale this up. Unless we are unlucky and don't get 2 back. Good. 2 running. And we're getting eggs and queens and stuff now. So we could potentially stop this. But do we need it for big biters? Yeah, we do, so we should stop now. Okay. Pretty much done with this. We need to scale some stuff, but let's not worry about it. Let's first see, not that, but getting an egg for the first time. We have these, we have these. We just need to grab those. We have these now. That's easy. So how come this is... No, it's not easier. Okay, it's just because we already make that. Okay. Hopefully we have enough stuff for this, but we'll see. So, corrosive. Yes. How many corrosive eggs do we have? Also 5,000. Do we have more hatching for these? No. Have we actually gotten rid of some of our acidic? We are working our way down, yeah, we have 500 less of those. So I think we will just scale corrosive up as well. Not sure how we don't have more of these stacked up in single chests. Unless they're stacked up down here somewhere. really. Oh well. We have enough stuff now, so let's find our plane. Did I leave that all the way out? No. Oh, down there. I'm just blind. Because I park this on these weird spots always. Well, too often at least. Good, so you will now do Big Biter Experiment. We should have enough of these, so that's fine. Maybe more of this if we want even more, but I think we're going to be okay. Now we're making Big Biter eggs. I expect these to be just about the same thing, so let's hope they are. First of all, hatch the eggs, yes please. That is everything we need, good. We should get some charging out here as well, but we don't have any. Oh well. Wait, we don't need this many of these. Remove 10. Good. Then we need queen stuff. And then we need the crystal stuff. And we need logistics zone. Good. Do we have some charging points? Yes, great. Don't drag on top of those, okay. Point taken. And we do need to pull 30 of these, I believe. Yes. 30. Good. We are out of biter refugiums, that sucks. No queens there yet, but I think that's okay. We have some stuff on the train that we can put in here first. I apparently missed some stuff already. So we only need those 3. Good. The robots will come. Let's just grab what we need. Yeah, 100 of those. We really need to get some of the faraway storage. We'll remove it, I guess, because it's annoying that the robots will have to come here for stuff. Oh, I'm not gonna sit around and wait. Still only have 1 extra queen here. That's okay. We don't have any queens here yet. That's not really okay, but that's life. Some of these are working. I think we're gonna run out of the stuff we need before we get there then, yeah. So what does it take to make crystal seeds again? More inoculated things. And we don't have any more petri dishes either, so we need to go grab some cellulose stuff. This thing. Good thing we have a lot of that. Should we just bring some glass as well? We might need more. It gets into the system nonetheless, even though the robots are taking it. Well, we still have a bunch of petri dishes, but... let's just make more nonetheless. No, not those. Please. Good. Great. How are you guys doing? We have enough for one more. Do we keep having enough meat? Yes, we do. Awesome. And we still don't have any queens here, but that's just a matter of time. We should probably go and process all of these crystal shards and raw crystals we get. But maybe we should just make the stations for those first. Let's just get this one requested chest that we need. Maybe we should send this home now. Sure. Yard and just crystal. Right. Where are they? Are they in here? Just raw crystal. I'm not gonna call it raw crystal though. So how many of these do we need? Do we need all of them? I'm just getting sidetracked again. You know how it is. Blue, purple, polished blue crystal. Polished blue crystal shard. So blue, 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 purple, for whatever reason. These we just get down from our current crystal thing. This might be a new area, or maybe we're just doing that where we process our raw crystals. Blue, purple, red diamond. And we don't really need green modules, right? I don't think so. But how about our beacons? Do they require stuff? Harmonic. 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 And there's only 3 tiers, right? Yes. So that is already done, basically. Well, we will do it just down at crystal processing. Same with these. I'm not... How do we make these? Cut sapphire, raw sapphire, sapphire ore from this stuff. So nothing to do with our raw crystals. Then it should be done at a different area, I feel. Instead of making our current areas more complex. Let's request some shards. And some crystals. Oops. Then I expect our robots to be busy. Let's just put another 100 in. They won't be busy for long, because we don't have that much stored up. Still no queens. How unlucky can we be? These products finished. Do they actually carry over when we undo a recipe? If I do this, it still has 19 products finished, and then we do that, and it still does. Yeah, okay. So we can't actually see what it is supposed to be. Or how many it has made, I guess. But we'll again just have to wait. We have 1 queen now. Good. So we are going down and we are gonna polish a bunch of stuff. Blues and reds and harmonic. Not really greens, I guess. At least if we can. Should we just go home first though? We should also get rid of these. Let's just keep our cool here and actually do things a little bit more organized. You go in there. Anything else that is only for here? Not really. Good. Should we go home and grab stuff? We will need request a chest soon, but let's wait until we actually need it, because we probably will need other things that I can't really foresee, predict, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is where we're currently handling our splinters. We need shards and crystals in as well. Blues. I'm just curious why we're not producing stuff here. Because we are not taking care of these extra ones. Only taking care of green. We should be allowed to take care of everything if we have too much of it, I believe. Do we have any of those lying around somewhere? No. That sucks. But that's one of the reasons I wanted to go home later, because I wouldn't have remembered these. Good. This just takes care of the powder, that's fine. Makes crystal slurry. Yes, that we need down here. So how come we're not inputting this stuff? Because we don't have enough. Because we don't get enough green crystals, because we don't produce anything because of this. That makes sense. I do need to go back for this stuff though. Should we plan other things first? I need these. And these. Okay, so this is basically the same process again, just starting from raw crystals and raw crystals shards. These we already have, we can just scale the production of those up. We get this out that we can use for more of these or for the slurry. And we can cut some of these up. Or polish them for harmonic stuff. So same thing, yes. I think we're just gonna steal most of this then. This cannot really be reused. Well, we can still try and reuse it, I guess. So 1 times harmonic, 1 times cutting, and 3 different things. And let's do shards here. Cutting of shards. 1, 2, 3 different shards. And then 1 of these. And then another set of this. Good. And then we need the same thing again. I think we can just take the whole thing actually, since we're not getting any shards in right now anyway. We won't get anything up here that we don't need. We just need to reset these. Let's just set the recipes first. Good. That should be the production. Then we just need more cutting and stuff of it. Oh well, grinding, milling, powderizing. So we basically just need powderizers. Let's just go to biter farming before we go home. See if we have enough queens to scale it up a little bit. Which is right here. No, still only one queen. No products finished. Unlucky. How about this? We have lost two... No, wait. We have queens here. Okay. So we just haven't gained any more queens. That's fine. We'll give it time. So we need powderizers. Might as well bring the fastest ones we have. And we might need more liquefiers or something. Or just replace these with faster ones. I think that'll be fine. How many do we have? 10. That's fine. But let's bring more anyway. Because, well, why not be prepared? Liquefier. Sure. And we get everything in that we need to sustain, right? Steel for barrels. This stuff for the grinding wheels. Or polishing wheels or whatever they are. Lubricant. Where are we getting this from? Oh, sorry, my bad. Stations. Lubricant. This one. Oh, fish farming makes lubricant. I guess fish oil would be an okay lubricant. Yep. Okay. So we do have lubricant available. Let's try and remember that, because I've been thinking about making an oil outpost because of lubricant for a while. But maybe we don't need that. Or at least we can get started without it. So we have everything. I think so. So you should cut up reds, you should cut up blues. We should only be allowed to input if red crystal splinters are above 1,000. How many can be in a chest? More than 8,000. I don't want to cut these up just to keep it running for nothing, so let's make sure that we're close to full, 2 full chests maybe? Because we have 2 chests that are basically full of cut red crystal splinters. And let's just paste that there and do blues. And this won't be allowed to work for a while. Do we have enough cleaning of these now? I don't know, but this shouldn't really be limited. Good. So now we will producing more of that stuff, which means we need, we'll produce more slurry, which means we will need less from these trains. Why do we have 3 trains coming in? Because of overflow and overflow, okay. It doesn't really need to go here though. We should be self-sufficient. So where are those overflows? I want to see... Oh, I can do like that. Aluminium as crystal slurry. From geodes, I guess. This is crystal slurry, right? I think so. So we're capturing that somewhere. Oh, here. Yeah, but we are getting rid of it if we have too much, so that doesn't matter too much. And hopefully that's the same thing somewhere else, like here. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter with these trains. But we could just remove them. Let's do that. Are these not supposed to be limited? I thought they were. Okay, now we need to be able to grind these things down if we have too much of those as well. Same thing up here. But we need the crystals in first of all. So let's get them. There's also an improvement that we need to do to this station to actually balance the warehouses. At least we do need that the more we get, or the further we get with more resource hungry outposts. Well, maybe we should just let this be built. I just want to do this right now. Or maybe I shouldn't, because unfortunately that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.